Hi everyone, so today we are going to see about departmental accounting. So what is departmental accounting? Preparing accounting statement for departmental organization is called departmental accounting. So to understand better of what is a departmental organization, a typical example is a supermarket. So supermarket is wherein you will have various departments functioning under one roof. So this is a typical example of a departmental organization. So in a supermarket you could visualize a supermarket now wherein you will have various departments. You have a department called fruits and vegetables, a department for meat, a department for drinks, a department for cosmetics, a department for dairy products. So such business organization under which there are various departments functioning under one roof, it's called departmental organization. Each department will specialize in a particular line of activity under a departmental organization. Example for a departmental organization is the supermarket, wherein there are various departments like fruits and vegetables, meat, cool drinks, dairy products, cosmetics department. Everything would function under one roof. So moving on to the accounting part of a departmental organization. So when you know a final accounts problem of preparing a trading account, a profit and loss account and a balance sheet, if you are well versed in preparing a final accounts, then departmental accounting preparation is also as easy as that, because both have the same format. Yes. So you have both debtor side and creditor side, and you will just prepare a trading and profit and loss account for a departmental organization. But one thing which is different from a final accounts problem and a departmental statement is that you will have an amounts column. You will have as many as amount column for as many department in the organization. Say in our example we had the supermarket. If supermarket has 3 departments, then we are going to have 3 amount columns, 3 separate amount columns for each and every department. Okay, so departmental accounts வந்து trading profit and loss account நீங்க எப்படி prepare பண்ணுவீங்களோ அதே formatல தான் you will have departmental accounts. Trading accountல you have opening stock, purchases, direct expenses, sales, closing stock. You will find out a gross profit. அதே தான் பண்ணுவோம். But departmental accounts வரும்போது amount columnல ஒரு problemல எவ்வளோ department இருக்கோ அவ்வளோ departmentக்கு you would have an amount column. So this is how a departmental accounting is different from that of a final accounts problem, but the other format is all the same. Okay, so this is how we will prepare, and under P&L account you just take down, you just carry forward this gross profit, and you will have the indirect expenses, record it, and you find out the net profit. So this is the same as a final accounts problem, but make sure you have a separate amount columns for each and every department. So having understood the format for departmental accounting, let's move on to a problem. So you could see a departmental trading and profit and loss account have to be prepared for this problem, wherein they have given all the items. Okay, and in this problem you could see there are 2 departments given. It's department X and Y. Yes, so for this problem we are going to have 2 amount columns, one as department X and the other one as department Y, and we are going to record both the amounts separately in 2 different amount columns. Okay, so if it's like opening stock, you will give it under debit side. Sales, it goes to the credit side of the trading account. Purchases, debit side of the trading account. Direct expenses, debit side of the trading account. Postage comes under profit and loss account, so it's debit side of the profit and loss account. And closing stock, you will have it under trading account. It's same like anything. Okay, but one thing which is like a twist and a turn in a departmental accounting is the apportionment of expenses. So what is apportionment of expenses? Okay, so this apportionment of expenses is nothing but, so in case if in a departmental accounting, if any of the expenses have to be allocated among the department, then we will have to make a working note on it. So such expenses that are allocated to both the departments based on the instructions given in the problem, such working note or such allocation, we call it apportionment of expenses. Apportionment is nothing but it's allocation of expenses among the department. Okay, in this case for postage they have given you directly what is the expenses to be allocated for department X and what is the expense to be allocated for department Y. But for indirect expenses they have given you like this: the total indirect expense is 3,900. So you will have to divide this 3,900 in the ratio of sales for both the departments. Okay, so what is the sales figure? So we had the sales figure for department X as 42,000 and for department Y as 36,000. So we're going to find the ratio. It's 7:6 and we're going to allocate the expense. So it's 3,900 into 7 by 13. The expense would come for department X, and with 3,900 into 6 by 13, such expense would come under department Y. So this is the apportionment of expenses, and this part is a unique part in departmental accounting. So moving on to the answer for this problem along with the working note is here. So you could see we have recorded the trading and profit and loss account items for both the department. We have created two different amount column for each of the department, and we have recorded the income and expenses as given in your problem. And one thing which to be specially mentioned is the indirect expenses. So this apportionment of expenses based on the sales ratio as given in your problem have to be done. Okay, and other than that, a departmental trading and P&L account, the very aim or the very objective of preparing such statement is to get the gross profit and the net profit for each and every department. Okay, so for the department X the net profit is 8,850, while for the department Y it's 120. So this is for this reason, to find out the gross profit and net profit for each and every department, we find out departmental trading and profit and loss account. So one such thing we will have to have in mind for departmental accounting. It has the same format as we follow in preparing any final accounts. For preparing any trading and profit and loss account is the same format, but the amount column should have as many as columns for each and every department in an organization in the problem that was mentioned. Hope you have understood. Thank you.